ABC Chief Medical Correspondent Dr. Jen Ashton now flew the coop. She is in Boston, Massachusetts today, but she's still on the show and the program for us as we track all the major developments. So let's begin here with a look at the latest coronavirus case numbers from Johns Hopkins University. Worldwide, there are now more than 168.4 million confirmed cases of the virus, with now more than 33.1 million of those diagnosed cases here in this country. And the CDC is reporting at least 58.9% of Americans, that's amazing, age 12 and older, have now received at least one dose of this vaccine.
And Dr. Ashton, as we talk about, we're kind of getting past, you're almost nervous to say it, we're coming out of the pandemic, but still, we're in a different place, but it's still important to look back. And President Biden now talking about an investigation into the origins of the virus.
Exactly, TJ. And here's what's important for people to know when they hear this headline. The president now asking the intelligence community to redouble their efforts, intensify the investigation on the origin of SARS-CoV-2. Just to go back a little bit, in March, we talked about this. The World Health Organization and other experts did their own investigation. Their findings were not definitive, and President Biden really asking for people to revisit this. And part of that is because the Chinese government and their public health officials have not totally cooperated with investigation. There's been a lack of transparency, and this theory of an accidental lab leak possibility has been recently raised by scientists, published in the journal Science. So just because the president is asking for this to be reinvestigated does not mean that there will be a separate conclusion, but it is important, as you say, to go back and try to connect the dots.
And Jen, I remember early on during this pandemic, there were people who pointed to that Wuhan lab and it was debunked. Why is there now renewed interest now in that potential theory and investigation now?
Well, part of that, Amy, is because apparently there were three people who worked in the Wuhan virology lab who were sickened back in November and December, sickened enough to be hospitalized. And that is now coming to light. So again, we may never find a conclusive answer. And just because the president is asking this question does not mean there's something ominous going on. But it is important to try to figure out where this virus started.
All right, Dr. Jen, we appreciate it.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.